Okay, so a solution to the example given in StickIt 4, the last video, where we have a post-it that has got a heading and a text area and is collapsible based on a click on the bar at the top, is in the create new post-it function, we've added in some additional bits of information. So in addition to creating the new div, we are also going to create an additional div called window bar. This will be our target for the collapse when you click it. We've also created a H2, and we've still got the text area. We've also got the inner post div, which, if we look down here, has got the class of inner post. Some other things that we've done is window bar, we've given it the attribute ID of post-it bar plus I. Now this relies upon a variable being declared called I, and this is what's known as a global variable, because rather than being declared inside of the function, like these ones here, it's declared at the start of the script here. So declared at the start of the script, and that means that it can be called again and again and again and made bigger and bigger, whereas if it was declared within the function, it would only ever be one value. So what that does is every post-it ID gets bigger by 1. I've also given it a style, just straightforward CSS, a height of 20 pixels, so it's always visible. And then also started to append children. So the inner post contains the title and contains the text area. The new div contains the window bar and the inner post in sequence. That means that the window bar will always be separate because it's outside of inner post. Therefore, it's a sibling. These two are siblings, whereas new div is the parent of both of them, and inner post is the parent of new title and text area. Then adding all of this to the main body, we can add an event listener to window bar. And this is going to listen for a click on the window bar. And when it's clicked, we will call a function called hide post. We are also making I bigger by 1 using the shortcut operator of ++, which just means +1. And then hide post is declared. It has a parameter, and we'll call this E, which is short for event. I'm logging the ID of the target of the event to the console so I can check that it's working correctly when I'm building it. I'm then going to remove the event listener for hide post, because once it's been clicked and hidden, we don't want it to listen for the hide post again until it's been expanded again. So hide post collapses, and we'll then have another function called reveal post, which expands. So I'm getting the ID of the parent element of the window bar that's being clicked. That's pretty straightforward. I call the event, I find the target, I then ask for its parent element, and then I get the attribute of ID. I'm attaching this to the variable post ID so I can use it more quickly. And then I'm creating a variable called postChild, which will find all of the children within that element. So document get element by ID post ID will find the post and tell us its children. There are two children, and they are window bar and inner post. Now the way that counting works, starting at 0 in JavaScript, means that the first child will be inner post, window bar, and the second child will be inner post. And it's the second child that we're interested in, which is why we're going to access post child 1, having stored all of those children into the post child variable, accessing its style, and then telling it that its display is going to equal none, so it disappears. I will then add the event listener of click reveal post to the target, so that now that it's collapsed, if I want to click it again, it will then expand. And directly after this, I'm declaring the function reveal post. Reveal post, again, I start off with logging the ID of the target. So reveal post has got another parameter, which is E, same thing, listening for the event. So the event will be the click on e.target. So the window bar, whichever one we've clicked. It will then remove the event listener for reveal post, so that once it's expanded, I can't expand it again. I'll then get the post ID, the child ID, or the children, and then access the specific child using style, display, and block. It is a slightly long-winded way of doing this, but it's also the most logical because it explains the steps that take place. Once we have changed the display to block, which will reveal it as a block element, we will then add another event listener to hide post. So it's a cycle, basically. Once it's been clicked to reveal, if I click it again, it will collapse, and if I click it again, it will expand. And if we just look at that in action, so double click, that creates the element, and you'll notice that there is the window bar, the title bar, and the text area. And if I was to click on the window bar, it then collapses. That's invoked hide post, and clicking it reveals post, and again and again. And because I've used the variable I and made it bigger, every time I create a new element, each one will have its own event listener, listening for a click to collapse. We could make the window bar slightly more obvious, I suppose. Where we create window bar, we could add in window bar style background color using the JavaScript syntax for CSS properties, which is camel case. And then I'll put in there blue. And I'll save that and test. You'll notice it's slightly deeper. The color's probably not as aesthetically pleasing as I'd like it to be. There you go. You can see it working in action. And that's the end of that example.